Hi and welcome back to the Full Cup Wellness with me, Queeenvk. So, as you know, I really like to zone out with some crochet, and you may have also heard of knitting, but have you heard of Tunisian crochet? Now, let me show you a Tunisian crochet hook. It's like a knitting needle / crochet hook. This one is a single-ended one, so it's got a little cute thing holding up to make sure that your stitches don't fall off the end. And then basically you start making open crochet stitches. So it's a different type of technique. So the loops in knitting are open and the knots in crochet are closed, but in Tunisian crochet the loops that you make, they're open. They're kind of like thread onto your hook, your Tunisian crochet hook, by scooping it with a crochet kind of hook technique. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you a bit how it works. Okay, so I'm making a scrubby washcloth with this scrubby yarn with Tunisian Sybil stitch. So it's just the same stitch over and over, and I'm left-handed, so everything's backwards. This isn't a tutorial, just explaining. Tunisian crochet is a really interesting yarn craft because it makes these really tight stitches, so it's perfect for cloths, blankets. Normally you'd make really long afghans, so you'd have like a crochet hook that had an extra long attachment. So this is just a simple single-ended crochet hook, and you only work on one side of the work, so you never flip over to the wrong side. You always just work on this side. And what you do is you grab yarn. I keep the tension by wrapping it around my fingers so that there's a bit of slack. Okay, so, oh, too much slack. So if you want to keep nice even stitches, you want to maintain the slack. Okay, on your yarn. So you want to pop your hook. I said this wasn't going to be a tutorial, but I was painting this morning. Obviously, I've got paint on me, but so there you basically are making like loops, and then when you get to the end of the row, then you pull the yarn through each loop, not all the loops all at once. You go each individual loop and you cap off each of those loops so that they're no longer open, just like in knitting. So when you go back in knitting to close up the loops on your return part. I guess return pass is the term you use in Tunisian crochet. So you return over those loops that you created so that they become closed stitches, as you can see here. And I've found this awesome cotton scrubby yarn. It's the, I don't know why my camera cut out then, but pretty much this is the yarn I'm using. So it makes lovely scrubby exfoliating spa items. So you can use this either in the shower to clean and exfoliate, or use it like on your, you can use it in the shower on your body, or you can use it in the shower on the shower tiles to clean them themselves. But not both. Don't use one or the other, or you buy a couple of them and you color code them. Buy a pack of 2 different colors and you color code them. So I've got well, you can send me a message if you want to order. I've got a link to my store, Queeenvk store, on my website. My website is thefullcupwellness.com. So you can check that out for more, I guess, science from me. So a bit of background about me while I get to the end of this row is that I found out I have autism spectrum disorder only 3 years ago when I turned 30. And I found it quite a blessing to find out, because now I know why I've got all these special interests. So we call them special interests when people with autism have a like super power to just like absorb knowledge on this one subject that they're super interested in. Then we call it a special interest. And mine is biology. I absolutely love biology. So on my website, you will find some of my tips about living your best healthy life using knowledge from biology. Now I'm at the end of the row and I'm trying to find that last stitch. I always struggle with this last stitch. There he is. Found him. Now I scoop up a stitch onto that loop. Scoop. So now I show you what I do on the return pass. And even people who are right-handed crocheters might find this interesting to see what it looks like to do it left-handed. So you start off with your turning chain. That's 1. Now all the rest of the way along, we have to go through 2 loops to cap off each one. Otherwise, I'll show you. It's a bit of like physics, maths kind of thing. That's why this yarn craft is so fascinating. I just love it. Absolutely love it. And I think because of my ASD, I find the repetitive movements quite soothing. So just pop on an audiobook and away you go. If you put on a TV series, you don't find out what the characters look like if you crochet while you do it. Okay, so if you do just 1 loop instead of 2, what you end up doing is just making a chain. See? You don't advance. So you have to go through 2 loops. Whoop, and don't lose your loop. So it's like knitting in the fact that these are open loops, and if you drop it, you start panicking a bit. With crochet, it's easier. If you drop a stitch, then it's like, oh, it's just a notch, nothing happened. But we're going to be a bit more careful. So we go through 2 loops to make a little stitch. And when they sit together, and when you add another row, it makes this really nice tight weave. Fascinating. Yarn craft is just fascinating. Like, I mean, just who thought of this stuff? You sit here for hours creating a piece, a project, and you just think, who invented this? It's amazing. So that is Tunisian Crochet yarn craft, and it is quite a lovely way to relax, because it's quite a mindful craft. Or painting, as I tried to paint my nails today as well. I was watching a bit of Bob Ross yesterday, so I should get back into doing some vlogs, show you what I've read lately and what I've been watching. How about that? Let me know in the comments if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll just go back to talking about science because that's my passion. All right. Or crochet because it's fun. All right. Thanks so much. Check out my website, thefullcupwellness.com, for more from me, Queeenvk. And catch you later. Bye.